right. Well, the housing market that was scorching hot during the pandemic is finally seeing a bit of cool down. And an expert says this could be the time for some in the metro to jump on buying a home. So Local 5's Khalil Maycock spoke with the experts about this. And Khalil, good morning. What are the experts saying about this?
Good morning, Chanu, and that expert telling me it could be a good time to buy a home, not because home prices are dropping, but because homes in the metro are staying in the market longer, and he's not seeing as many of them receive the multiple offers that they once were. Miho Sanders is a first-time home buyer. One of her favorite things, sit outside and enjoy her back patio. But the peaceful state of mind she experiences now, far different from the one she had trying to buy a home.
But no choice because there is no house for sale.
It took her 6 months to find a place to live. During that time, there were 7 homes she was interested in. Some sold quickly, others she'd submit an offer and get outbid. When she finally found this place in June, she wasn't going to let that happen again.
Once I found the house, and it's all competitive, and I have to pay more than necessary. That was the hard part.
Sanders says she paid $50,000 over list price.
It was a very challenging and stressful time for buyers.
Ted Weaver with the Des Moines Area Association of Realtors says part of the reason for the feeding frenzy in the housing market was the lack of inventory. In May of this year, there were 1,600 total homes on the market compared to the normal 4,000 homes in the springtime. However, he says things are changing.
Last month or two, we've seen a bit of a slowdown.
And he says inventory is increasing, and so is the median time for homes being on the market. In August, that was just 3 days. Now that's 10 days. And by the end of the year, he expects the median days for a home on the market to increase to 2 weeks, which he says is good for people looking to buy.
So this is a great time. Interest rates are still low. We're expecting them to increment up here over the next year. And so your purchasing power is probably at its all-time high. And with those inventory levels going up, you've got a much better chance of finding a home.
Sanders says she's happy the home market is finally slowing down and hopes that allows new home buyers the opportunity to take their time when looking to buy. And Weaver says he expects Des Moines' housing market to be steady around the spring or summer of 2022, and that's similar to what people remember in years past.
And Khalil, for people watching who may be looking for some good advice, if they're looking to sell or buy, what's a really good piece of advice that these experts have for them?
He says one thing to remember is make sure you find a realtor who is going to have your best interests at heart. You don't want to find someone who's just going to shove you into a home that you don't want. So take your time in finding the perfect realtor.
All right, really good information there. Thank you, Khalil.